video. I just want to do really glowy, bronzy makeup. So I want to do a little get ready with me, just casual in the bathroom. I just put on my self-tan, so if it looks kind of dark or it looks kind of weird, I just applied it. But I'm just in the mood to have really glowy makeup, very minimal powder, and just like use some new products that I got and kind of just get ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Glossier Priming Moisturizer. It's the Rich one. They have a regular one that comes in a tube, but this Rich one comes in this tub, and it is such a good, like, buttery, really thick moisturizer. I love to apply this before makeup when I want like a very, very glowy base. I got a couple of cream products I want to try, and I just want to look as hydrated and glowy as possible. So now that I've primed my skin, it already feels like, I don't know if you can tell that sheen that this gives, but it's already so nourished, and I love this package. It just like feels heavy and nice. I was looking through my makeup and I realized how much I love Glossier. I have so many Glossier products and I use them so much. Like every single day I use a Glossier product. So this is a staple for my glowy routine. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is such a fave of mine, and I'm pretty much gonna put it everywhere, but I kind of go on the high points and then I blend it into everything. I might want to get a darker shade for the summer and then see if I will like just use this, because sometimes when I'm not wearing makeup I will just put this all over my skin because it just adds a really pretty natural glow. So I was thinking for the summertime, if I had like a more bronzy shade, that could look really pretty and natural in the summer. I'm just gonna add a little bit of tinted moisturizer, but I think the concealer and my cream bronzer is gonna do most of the complexion work today. I'm really just gonna apply a very, very thin layer of this to kind of even out my skin tone and give me a little bit of color, but I want it to be really light where you can completely see my skin through and where it doesn't look heavy whatsoever. I'm gonna go in with the Ilia True Serum Concealer, but I'm gonna mix it with the Well People Concealer because this one is a little bit dark and it's pretty light coverage, and then this one is a little bit light and it's really full coverage. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna mix both together to kind of just get my perfect concealer that I want. I like how dewy the Well People one is. I'm gonna go over with the Ilia concealer because that one's pretty dark, and that way we kind of just get a mixture of the two. Just gonna blend these two together. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Ilia concealer on other parts of my skin and up in the kind of like inner corner of my eye to make sure that part is concealed. And I just want to balance out the coverage and the color. I'm gonna add some Glossier Halo Scope right away before I go in with blush or bronzer. I just love this. I feel like it gives the most natural glow. Do you guys see that? It's just so beautiful. And I like to put it up under my eyebrows and a little bit above. I really like working with my fingers when I want like a really, really glowy look. And then I'm gonna put some on my chin, but I'm gonna make sure to avoid these breakouts right here. So now I'm gonna add this bronzer. This is a new bronzer for me, but I've talked about it a bunch of times that I wanted to try it. It's the Milk Makeup. I got the sample size. I think it's in the shade Baked. Yeah, and it's this cream bronzer, and I've used it a couple of times and I've really been liking it. I've actually been applying this straight to my skin, and most of the time with cream products I won't do that. I'll put it on my finger first, but I find with this one that it blends out so easily that I don't really mind putting it directly on the skin. And I do kind of bring it up a little bit high because I like to just keep everything up in this area. I wanted to try this out forever, and I'm just kind of seeing how I like it. I don't think it's my perfect cream bronzer, but I do like it. I'm happy with it, and I've used it. I honestly think I may have just tried it once on a day that I wasn't really even wearing makeup. I just wanted to test it out, and I do think it gives you like a very pretty bronze look. Hair went up because it's just so much easier to do your makeup with your hair up. All right, so this is what that Milk bronzer is looking like. I feel like it's pretty. I almost feel like I don't need a ton of blush because this adds a little bit of a blush look in my opinion, but I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of my Glossier Dusk, but just a little. I don't want it to look too pink on my face, so I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit of blush because I do want some, but I think that Milk bronzer stick almost adds like a little bit of a pinky look. I don't want a ton of powder, but I am gonna see if I can scrape some of this Too Faced bronzer, and I'm just gonna use the little brush that I've been highlighting with, and I'm just gonna try and apply a little bit of this shimmer bronzer just to kind of set everything in place. I've been liking using this big fan brush for bronzer and highlight. And then because it wouldn't be me without going in with a second bronzer, I'm gonna use this Lawless matte bronzer and just do a little around the perimeter because I want this to be a glowy, bronzy look. I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelids as well to add a little bit of dimension. I just purchased this and I'm so excited. I'm loving it. This is the Lawless highlighter I've been talking about wanting to get for months. Okay, maybe not months, it feels like a long time. And I am obsessed. You guys know I love that NARS one, but I've been wanting to try a clean one, and this highlighter is like everything and more that I want in a highlight. It's not chunky or glittery. It is that soft, beautiful highlight. Like, it reminds me of my NARS one. And it's clean beauty. So I feel like Lawless can do no wrong, and they're just my favorite brand now. I am obsessed with them. I'm gonna go out of order, but I really feel like just doing my lips right now before my eyes and my eyebrows. So this is, don't get scared when I first put it on, it's really light. This is the Bosom Friend by MAC, and then I'm gonna go in to my really nice Ziploc bag and add some MAC stripped down lip liner. I'm gonna try and put some of this Glossier Halo Scope on my lips. I don't know, it says it's like a shimmer balm. I don't think it did anything, to be honest with you. Oh well, maybe it added a tiny bit of shimmer. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'm loving this glossy clear gloss. I used to just be neat and put this on my finger and keep the wand nice. That ship has sailed and I just put it right on my lips. Okay, so I feel like we're looking pretty nice and bronzed right now. I'm liking that Milk bronzer stick. So now I want to add some eyebrows, except I just remembered that my eyebrow pencil is like empty, which that is never ever good. So we're gonna try and use, oh, that's scary. We're gonna try our best to just get whatever is left. Gotta do the most important parts. I can always use powder, you know, it's not the end of the world. But I don't like using powder. All right, we have to resort to powder because I don't have enough pencil. So I'm gonna use the shade Dunes, which is this like taupe-ish shade that I hit pan on. I used to use, it's a Tarte Clay Play palette. I used to use this every single time I did my eyebrows. I just don't really like using powder anymore. I like to use a pencil only, but I ran out, so we're gonna have to just do what we can. with what we have. I'm gonna use this Anastasia clear brow gel and just try to put my brows up so that they look as, you know, lifted as possible, as full as possible. And then we're gonna move on to eyes. I wish I had like a bronzy shimmer shade, because that's kind of what I feel like putting on my lids today. We could put this on the lid, or if I would regret that. Let's try. I'm just gonna put some on my finger and just like lightly apply it to my lid. I don't want like an intense shimmer, but I want like a little subtle, you know, glow on the lid, like very subtle. So I'm just tapping this lightly. I'm not trying to get like a foiled swipe. Can you even see in this bathroom? Sorry, it is kind of weird lighting in the bathroom, but you know. So I'm just trying to kind of tap this onto the lid so it's not like really crazy intense, but like, you know, a little something. Put the bronzer in the crease and just kind of go above that. That way they blend together and it's nothing too harsh or crazy. Last thing to do is mascara. I really liked how I did my mascara the other day, so I'm gonna try. How did I know that was gonna happen? I poked my eye. Luckily, oh gosh, ow, we haven't set under my eyes. I forgot to do that, so everything's okay. We can wipe that away. Oh, that always happens to me. Does that happen to you guys where you're like, after all your makeup's done and then just boom? But I focused it on the middle and the edge of my lashes, and I felt like that made my eyes just stand out a little bit more. And then I coated the front too, obviously, but I just focused the product in the middle and outside, and I felt like it kind of made it look like a little bit piecey, and like my eyes looked a little bit bigger. To fix under this eye, I'm gonna take a Q-tip, and thank goodness I hadn't set this yet, because it just wiped right off. If you had set that, you know, you might have to kind of redo some things, which wouldn't have been the end of the world. And then I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of Glossier Wowder and just set my under eyes really lightly with this fluffy and a small brush. I don't want a powdery look, but I also don't want to crease. So I'll kind of just drag whatever's left over on my T-zone. All right, so that is it for the makeup. I just wanted to do something kind of glowy and bronzy and try out a couple new products. So that is it for the video. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I will link everything I used in today's video in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.